something that I've done many a times and people have argued with me. It's all about people having sources. Okay? Now, the word source, now you'd argue, it's people and they don't want to get in trouble with their jobs, right? They don't want to get in trouble in case they get found out of leaking these somehow top secretive, life-changing news about who's starring in a film or who isn't and everything else, and it's all like the big build-up. I mean, why do we not know already who's going to be Batman in the Matt Reeves movie? Okay, because I tell you an example. When we were told about Batman v Superman, right? They let it known that Ben Affleck was Batman a lot longer before the film came out. Why? To get people in the mood, to get people to adjust to the idea, right? But it's all the build-up. It's who's going to be Superman, who's going to be the next Bond, who's going to get you invested and get you thing with, right? So then what you got is you've got these called sources, right? And they claim to know what's going on. So you get hooked in, right? They pull you in, and then you get excited because these so-called sources already know how to get you excited of their own wishes and demands. Now, I've listened to Chris Wong, I've listened to Film Junkie, and most of the other people that claim to have secret sources, and guess what? They've all turned out false. Oh, it's going to come in Comic-Con, or it's going to come out, the news will be here and news will be there, and it gets you excited, it gets you clickbaiting on those wee websites, and it's nothing. There's nothing, right? So that is my main issue. And now you can see, but they need to have that source. But have you ever stopped and wondered that it could be themselves? That's their own ideas, is that their own theories and stuff like that. I mean, I'll never go and say I've got a source. I'm just the guy living in the house, whatever, right? I'm not going to be. I would rather, when it comes out in news, listen to the official headlines. Alright, official. Right? I can surmise maybe what could be happening, right? But we're all thirsty for that bit of news. Right, and we'll cling on to something, but the downside to that is we get ourselves hipped up in the action. We get ourselves thinking that guy is right, and we start getting our ideas mixed up with this other guy's ideas, and we start really getting, and then it falls flat in the face. It falls down. Now this thing with Zack Snyder with the 7-story arc, right, but that fell right after BVS, okay, that was a no-go. But the fact that we know that it was a possibility has got us demanding stuff that we should not really have known about, because then Zack Snyder then orchestrated something different, something that could fit into, say, the Snyder Cut. Right, so it's the Snyder Cut now, but at the same time now we've got people talking about, oh, what if we don't get the movie? What if the 7-story arc turns into a comic strip or a graphic novel? And then we can go, oh yes, and then the film board, they hear about all the excitement that we've paid for these comics. My idea, no. If I was to get the Snyder Cut, right, or whatever, or the idea of what could have been, that's worse. To get an idea of what could have been, that's a slap in the face, a kick in the balls. That's the worst thing. That's got, oh, here you go, here's a wee comic. We've got DC to write you up one, there you go, and that'll keep you happy. No, screw that. I've seen people make t-shirts. Spartans, DCEU, Spartan, Snyder Cut t-shirts. I've seen people campaigning at the doors of Warner Brothers. I've seen the trouble they've went to get petitions to have it in cinemas and stuff. So no, we don't want a comic. We don't want a graphic novel, because I guess what? We'll read the comic, we'll read the graphic novel, and then of course, what do we know about graphic novels? most of the time books are much better than the movies. So we look at these comics and wow, that's what we want in the Snyder Cut. Oh, why did we not get that? And then again, agony for the fans. And then of course when the Snyder Cut does come out, and it might not even be anything close to the comic. No. So yeah, we do not want any of these other YouTubers telling us that, according to my sources, we are going to get a comic book that tells a 7-story arc that was shot dead roughly at the time of BVS, and that is the Snyder Cut we're going to get. Who said that? Tell them, because surely to God that source then can't get into all that serious trouble by coming out with that gumph, with that shit. Right? But again, when you're making YouTube videos, right, you don't have much material because each YouTuber knows just as much as you guys do. And you guys are probably, if you don't listen to these people, don't listen to me. And you might actually have a better idea of what's coming. You know, I like to think of myself just as a normal man with the hopes and dreams that you guys have. And some of them might be wrong. My views on life and politics might be totally different from yours. Right? But what I'm doing is making videos to say enough of the sources. Was that artist, James, that worked on BVS? Can't remember his name, but he had done all the pictures of the artwork for Justice League and stuff like that. He drew all the and he knew, right? And he made an article one time and says he doesn't use the word source. He hates it, and the reason why he hates it is because he's been working with Zack Snyder, and if he's got any news to share, he will tell you without source because he doesn't need to listen. You know, because he's there on the scene. He is the source. You know, and that's the people we should be listening to. Right? And I know all these, and I've got nothing against all these YouTubers. Right? Chris Wong, I like Chris Wong. I follow him all the time. You know, he's a very optimistic guy. So is Emergency and stuff. And he actually says himself that if we want to believe it, I would rather not talk about it, you know, and not build up anybody's hopes or add to those fears. What I would rather do is talk to you guys, read your comments and views, your hopes, your dreams, your passions, and then read them down below. And just as long as you don't say, according to my sources. Okay. Thanks for listening, and release the Snyder Cut, but give us a movie, not a comic book. We deserve more. The people behind the Snyder Cut deserve more. The people that love Justice League, that feel downtrodden because of what happened behind the scenes, deserve more. This won't go away, Warner Brothers. Not for a long time. So, this is me, DC Vigilante, signing out. Please leave any comment you want, whatever, or we like or dislike. Thank you very much.